G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
No, I just saying what you was up to. What league you in? What league you in?
Scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But
I want to say, I was going to ask you, did you ever make up with your boy, Bomb?
On 2nd and 9. Jones.
Did you ever make up with Bomb and get back in his league?
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going,
who you tried out for,
I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I signed up. If somebody picked me up, they picked me up.
Doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Alton Robinson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Yeah.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his, and they force him to the sideline. Corral him out of bounds here behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play.
Imagine Jamar Chase got like 200 yards almost and 3 touchdowns.
Trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
So an empty possession. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Deep.
A first look now for Darrington Evans.
And that's a huge.
Forward for about 3 at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
We talk about the best strong safeties. One word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass.
They don't have some close losses like the Bengals done. They should probably be like 12 wins right now.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is caught by Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Taylor. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have the Giants 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it left side with Murray. He's to the 10, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the... There he goes offside! And touchdown, Seattle! The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 101 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Again, it'll be Evans. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Play action. Now Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and 1.
They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So Wilson heads to the sideline, and on comes Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This from 54 yards away. And Myers able to knock it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Flushed out right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A final shot before break. Jones. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This time they stay on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. They'll run here with Evans. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 157 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Taylor. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go play action with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 3rd down, Carson had some room to work. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and long. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want...
Now Carson fumbles the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
They'll look to run with Evans. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, some strong running. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
68 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Wilson, option right, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Jones now on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Taylor. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it would seem as if their three-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram.
Really?
Everett picks it. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
Nothing.
If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just
Ryan
okay.
said he wanted to go
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard
to the
line.
quarter. I'm like, nigga,
Just a
the
yard on the pickup
COVID
there, and it'll
football
bring up
crowd
a
is down
2nd
there.
and 9.
You don't want to go down there with the niggas.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter.
And Joe was
It has
like,
been
yeah,
a
you right. And I
one-sided
said, we
affair.
can legit go to Acme Oyster House in Metairie and kick it.
So
Like,
it's
I made
Seahawk
no one said
football
anything
as we
after that.
march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking
Nobody
to
said
do is
anything
just
after
salt
that. Like,
away
see,
the final couple
when I
of minutes
started
and
acting
escape
funny,
with a win.
and I ain't got time for niggas no more.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the
Right.
31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken
Niggas
tackle.
gonna be like, you acting
So
funny. You
that
don't want
one
to hang
will
with
be
the team no more.
accepted.
Like, of course not. Fucking course not,
The
nigga.
ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Wilson wants to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And this is taking
You still
it
streaming?
one-handed. What a catch. And down he goes, taking it inside the
Let me
10,
know
just shy of the
when
5 at the
you,
6.
when you done, man.